what's up with another video here. It's XSV, your boy Unknown down at the bottom, and our guest Gallo over here.
Gallo.
Gallo.
Gallo. I read it how it's spelled, unfortunately. I'm too white for these boys. But yeah, so what is the topic for the what if for this one?
So the what if is going to be what if Saitama didn't save the kid with chimballs, and instead of having the hero society, what if instead of going by rank, is how many monsters you have killed,
Ooh,
and that's how
okay.
you rank up.
Really? That's a big change up. That's a good what if.
Yeah. That's a different change from instead of having how much power you have, is how many you have killed.
Oh, okay. Okay. I can see that. I can see it. I think that to me, and this what if there may be an issue because we all know that Saitama at the time, let's say in the first episode of the anime, right, it goes into the point where he doesn't like his job anymore. He doesn't want to work anymore. He wants to do something different. He wants to do something I would say he would love to do something that he could make money and be easy at the same time instead of have to work the rest of his life. So I know that he had that. He's at a park, right? It's at the park, and he's just chilling, and then all of a sudden, this monster comes out of nowhere, and then he's trying to attack this kid with this weird chin, let's say, with like a ball chin, and you know what I mean. It's hilarious, of course, and he fights on behalf of the kid, and then from there he saves the kid, and the kid's father starts that basically like a hero association and then all these classes, right? Um,
Yes.
so what if I'm seeing that he doesn't save the kid? So the thing would be either he runs away and not want to deal with the whole situation, right? And now we don't have Saitama. We don't have the One Piece man. We don't have One Punch Man, right? Because we know that from that point on, you know, he saw that he could be a hero and he trained, right? And then from that training, the basic, push-ups and sit-ups and all that stuff, it made him super strong, right? And he lost his hair and
Yeah.
he became super strong, right? Thus becoming Saitama, right? Um, that's one of the things, right? Or let's say he didn't help him, but the lobster guy still killed Saitama. Now we still don't have One Punch Man, and that's what I'm seeing from that. I feel he doesn't if it's that situation, if he doesn't save the kid, he doesn't become One Punch Man. So my question is, so um, does the Hero Association still start without One Punch Man? Because we knew that the
It
father
would.
was inspired by Saitama saving the kid, then he started that Hero Association, right?
That's a good question, and I think it will still make the hero association, but instead of being the hero association, since he wants revenge on the monsters, it will be like how many you have killed.
So like a
That
hunting association, you know what I mean?
a
Like,
hunting association, yeah,
yeah. Okay. And then depending on how many you've hunted and kill depends on your popularity and bump up in a class. So my question would be,
exactly.
how many classes are we looking at?
Ooh, we could be looking at a
Interesting.
bunch of them.
Because I mean, if it goes, I mean, because we know from the anime and stuff, S class was the top class, right? You were the top
Yep.
hero. I mean, if you're a number one S class, you were number one, right? So my thing is, do they still do those classes? And S being like the top one, meaning that you just been just murking these monsters.
Yeah. What do you think, Ayo?
I think it would be more of like a top 50, top 100 type of thing. You get ranked. The more you kill, the more you go up in ranking. So it wouldn't be more of a tier class. It's just where you position in the power ranking. But based off what you were saying about how many body counts you have, and here comes maybe some other random guy, Genos, wanted to be a hero. 19 years old, I guess he is. Um, ends up killing all these monsters and just moves up in the rank. That's if we never had Satama. What's his name?
Saitama,
Um, yes.
Saitama.
So, so that could be a kind of an interesting take.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
I can see it.
remember his dad created the Hero Association because they saved his kid. But in this scenario, his kid will be murdered by the monster. So instead of looking for heroes, he will be looking for hunters to kill the monsters and eliminate as many as possible.
Because we knew that the monsters when they showed up, they weren't there trying to fight heroes. They were there to cause destruction, to be murderous. Let's basically say that in a way, and people were either dying or getting injured. So I can see that happening. Like, hey, we need to make like a type of organization or association to take these guys out, right? So now you're not having people who are being heroes. You have people that are hunters. They're like, yo, I'm going to get my hunting license. You know what I mean? And I'm going to get ranked up because the let's say the body count, the higher the body count, the more popularity you get, would say the pricing. And then not just that, but they would also have, let's say, a wanted price for these monsters, right? So they
Yeah,
would go
yeah,
hunting for these guys to get. So they're basically monster bounty hunters, basically. And instead of bringing them
A bounty
alive,
on the head.
they're murdering them. You know what I mean? They're wiping them out. And the thing is, okay, if that happens, okay, do we see Saitama actually saying, hey, you know what I mean? Like there's this hunting association, you hunt these monsters, you get paid based on the monster, right? But then he's like, but I'm not strong enough, so maybe I need to train, maybe I need to prep, maybe I need to do something to get stronger, to get better, right? And then thus comes the part where he starts the training.
yep.
Or he goes
I
out
can see.
being a rookie and getting beat up by a few monsters, low tier monsters and whatnot that motivates him even more to train and be stronger, and it just comes back stronger than before. So
But the question, also, I have also my question would be, he's got Genos as his student, right? Does that still happen? Because we know in the anime he's in the S class. Saitama doesn't
What
even
if
make S class,
it is
right?
the other way around?
What if Saitama becomes Genos's
Yeah, like
disciple, his student?
in that scenario.
That would be crazy. Because my thing would be,
See?
he's a robot, so he could transform his body parts into like laser guns and all kinds of stuff. I don't think Saitama can do that. I mean, he would have to go through a whole transformation. He would have to change his body just like him, you know.
Yeah, I see that happening, like the journey of how he became like the strongest character at that
Mm-hmm.
point. So I think it will start like that, taking a master, and instead of being Saitama the master, will be Genos the master, teaching him the ways.
Mm-hmm. Not just that, but he would keep his same storyline that he's searching for this robot man, or this robot that pretty much killed his family and everybody in his village and all that stuff. You know what I mean? That's what led him to be this hero. Now this is what led him to be this hunter looking for this monster to kill. So Genos is like, I'm 100%. I see that price tag on him, but I'm gonna do whatever it takes to find him. But we know from the anime he doesn't really run into him. He's looking for him, you know, with every robot he either fights across or comes across, either in the Hero Association or not, So you have these monsters. You call them monsters. I'm gonna call them villains. You know what I mean? They're there. So you have hunters, and then well, they're basically predators. Let's
already
put it that way.
you already got hero hunters, so why not on monster hunters?
Yeah, yeah. Seriously,
Yeah,
Monster
why
Hunter
not? Why
going
not?
in.
Yeah, and I feel like that would have a better character development for his role, how he became one of the strongest and moving up in tiers and being a disciple of Geno. So that would be an interesting development in a different way for him, progressing and us getting involved with his character even more, knowing how he made his journey to becoming strong and not just one day out of nowhere he just became the strongest man ever.
True, true. of course, being able to go up those that tier, being that top guy. I don't think there'd be anybody be able to top that level that he's at. And he'd be blowing through all like his body count would be so easy. I mean, literally, for those to even want to even compare or even reach that top level, they would be no match, not even close. Just because it just,
Exactly.
I mean, it's One Punch Man, just one punch and, done. All right, next. You know what I mean? I think
Yeah,
he would
see?
have these monsters in running like scared.
Yeah, because only saving that person can make a whole story change.
Mm-hmm. Not saving the one
So
kid and him dying and his dad just like, yo, enough's enough. I mean, we need to make something to take these guys out because they're killing innocent people. People are getting injured, and they're just popping up more and more everywhere.
exactly.
You know what I mean? So they need to put a graphs on them. So like, it's like, okay, the man's rich, and he's like, yo, I'm just gonna start putting bounties on their heads.
Exactly. He can be putting bounties on everyone, and hunters will appear and we're like, you know what, I need the money.
Well, yeah. Well, here's the thing. Now we're going based off that what if. What if that happened? He killed the kid. Saitama is like, he leaves. He's like, yo, I'm not gonna help him. But then he sees his wanted level on this lobster guy. And then Saitama's like, yo, forget this. I'm going to get him. You know? That could be the start right there. He didn't
Yeah,
save the
that could be.
kid, but he still went and I wouldn't say avenge the kid. He saw the price on the wanted guy and he was like, yo, I'm gonna go get that. And that's where he fought him, and he did kill him in somewhat, I would say, in a similar fashion as he did in the anime.
Yeah.
But I think that was where it came to the point where he's like, yo, I can make some money from this. Like, I need to get better. And that's where you see that character development where he starts to train and all that stuff to get stronger. I could see that happening. And then the point where he loses his hair and becomes bald. But I don't think I think he would still have his demeanor, his personality as it is in the anime, where he's just like that blank face. You know what I mean? Like what? And
Yeah.
that's what
So
that's what
how
makes the,
many?
the show gold.
So you think he will his body count? How much would he average per week if he decided to go that route? Because
Oh
currently he's
man.
what, destroying 3, 4 villains per show or more. It was a lot popping up. So this guy would have been the richest person in the anime.
I think with the serious threat, like the serious threats that like from the anime that like there was really nobody could stop these monsters. I would say he's all of them. If
But
Saitama's on site, like it's a green light. Like literally, there's no other hero's gonna stop him. I mean, you look at all these other heroes that are fighting these monsters in the anime, right? And getting clapped, right?
exactly. Yeah.
And
Yeah, but
then Saitama shows
what
up and he's
what
just like,
what if he didn't do it for the money? He did it. He's doing it because he felt bad that he couldn't save that kid.
there's a possibility, but my thing would be, I think he would probably wouldn't do it for the money, because you remember he's wanting to do something that he likes, he loves, and not just that, but not like something where he can make money where it's super easy, but he doesn't have to do a lot, right? Because he's already working too much and he already hates what he's doing. He wants to do something different that will make him money, but be something he likes. So I could see that route as a what if, like what if he didn't do it for money, but he did it for just the principle itself. But I could see that. That shows
Yeah,
that
I
he has
see.
a heart. He cares, you know?
Exactly. Then I see him joining Genos because Genos is doing the same thing as him. He's not doing it for the money, but he wants to hunt the machine that kills all his family.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I just think
So
that,
what if
go ahead.
I was just saying, what if he was getting up these body counts and stuff in the same scenario where King is getting all the money and Saitama goes check his bank account and he has barely anything and he's just like, well, why, how am I over here day in day out killing all these monsters and he just goes and kills more and more and more, and sees his bank account ain't moving, and sees this one guy getting all the fame, all the recognition out of nowhere, even though, like you say, he don't never want it, but he's overwhelmed with so much money due to Saitama going out there and getting all those kills. So that could be
Well,
another way that King gets to be famous, be that top hero, monster hunter.
I could see that. I see this way too. Like I think sites like because with this when this happens, you got to have it confirmed. It has to be like 100% confirmed, right? You got to have some kind of evidence, proof, like, hey, this is the monster I got. That I need my money. You know what I mean? Like, yo, where's my money? Kind of a deal. And if we go out that premise, I would say it would have to be to the point where Saitama is like at a certain point where he's got so much money because he's top hunter that he doesn't care, that he comes to the point where he doesn't care. Like we know from the anime, like the actual canon, that when he destroyed these people, he didn't really care. He's just like, okay, did what I had to do and leave, right? As to then this happening, and then King shows up, and then everybody sees this like, oh, King defeated him. I could see it that way if he had that mindset of like, oh, I just don't care. You know what I mean? Or there's a point like, I don't care now. Like, well, Saitama's like,
that
I just happened to come across him. And he just got that L, and that's it. And then King shows up and takes credit. I think Saitama would be like, yo, I don't care. I got all this money and this and that. You know what I mean? They would have to come to that.
yeah, I think that will fall in my category where he feels bad for not saving the kid, so he doesn't do it for the money. He's doing it for just killing enemies. You know what I'm
He's just
saying?
doing it
And then
off principle.
yeah, and then King takes the
The credit.
rewards because the credit and the rewards because people think that he managed to defeat them.
So we're looking at Goku getting the win, the W, and then him being like, "Yo, you could take the credit, Hercule, you could take the credit, but just know that it was me that did all the work." You know what I mean? So kind of that kind of scenarios, like Saitama's like, "Hey, I did the hard work, but I'm a noble knight, and I'm not doing it for money. I'm doing it because it's the right thing to do, and because." I don't need to have money to do this. I can do this all on my own will. King, you can take credit for it. You can get paid for it. I understand. You got to get them Cheetos, got to get them bean bags, whatever you want to get. Play your video games. You know what I mean? I can
Gotta go
see it
buy
that
the new
way.
console.
Yeah, he's got to get the new PS5. Something I don't know. Because I think if he with his type of mindset, with Saitama's type of mindset, like you could like from the anime and stuff, you kind of see like him and King kind of have like they start to become friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like everybody's afraid of King, and Saitama's like whatever. Like I just see him as a normal dude, and then King's like, "Hey, did you borrow my game?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, I borrowed it." You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I was playing it, kind of a deal. Like like their mindsets are like, if you think about it, are almost similar in a way.
Yeah,
They just
you're
don't care
right.
for anything. They're just like whatever. And then if something really happens, then you kind of see a different side of them. You know what
That's
I mean?
true.
Like I think like from the first season, or like the first couple episodes, like when you see Saitama before he became One Punch Man, like he was just like this normal person like us. And then he just got too strong and he's just like,
Unforgivable.
whatever. You know what I mean? Like ain't
Working at
nobody can
nine to
touch me.
five.
Yeah, nobody can touch me, do this now. Like, why do I even have to care?
Well, he got bored because there was no one to punch him back.
Yeah, there was nobody to actually give him a good fight.
So
Then
it's
it leads
understandable that he will get bored.
which is funny because it leads it to where he actually has this fight with this person, and he's like, he's actually giving me a fight. I'm excited for this and this and that. And then come to find out it's a dream, which is messed up. I'm like, bro, that was a
I,
wild ride.
Hmm.
I mean, that could lead
it's true.
into another what if. What if actually Saitama is in a coma from the lobster guy and never actually woke up from his coma, and he's just imagining, right? Everything that happened in the anime, but in reality, he was in a coma. That lobster dude just straight knocked him out.
Oh damn,
Maybe
that's really good.
You know what I mean?
it's a different
What if that
reality.
was, yeah, to to him it's reality, but in reality it's not. Like he's in a coma.
And he's dreaming that he's the strongest one.
Yeah, exactly. Because he all he like he wanted to be able to defeat this lobster guy, this crab guy, Mr. Krabby Patty, whatever you want to call him, you know?
Oh my god, you should have saved it, XSV. You should have saved it.
I know. I should have. I should have. But you know,
You
sometimes it
just
happens. You know, I feel like, you know what I mean, One Punch Man is a it's a really good anime. You know what I mean? Not just that, but the manga for it's really good. It goes in really into depth with the manga, but the anime really brings out the comical side of it, to be honest with you. And then my question, you know, my thing would be if we follow this what if, do we have it being comical or do we have it being like this serious type of anime that's made where there's no comical in it, it's all nothing but seriousness.
hmm,
Because I mean, let's put it this way. Look at your background there, unknown. Look at Saitama down there. Like he looks like he just doesn't care, right? And then you look at Gallows, or how do you pronounce his name?
gallo.
Gallo.
Gallo. Yes, Gallo. Sorry. Gallo. I remember that now. Gallo. You look at Gallo's background, right? And you see Saitama there. He's serious, right? So you have two sides from him, right? You have the serious side and then you have the comical side. Do we get nothing but serious or do we still get both?
I enjoy both.
Mm, both. I think it still be both.
So it'll still be both. So he'll still be comical, but also too serious when he needs to be serious.
Exactly.
I kind of feel like I think he would be serious. He wouldn't be
More
comical
serious than
anymore.
comical.
Yes, he would be more serious. You know, I feel that with everything going on and the whole situation with that what if, you know what I mean? And he falls down into that category of, hey, I'm top clear class. Well, I'm serious. I'm serious about getting that. You know, if he wanted really did it off the principle of money, he's like, yo, I'm really trying to get that money. So I'm dead serious, right? If he's just
Yeah.
doing off being a noble knight, you know what I mean, and not worried about money, right? I think you won't see you'll see him being serious when he wants to be, but comical at the same time. Because then he doesn't take a lot of things for granted, basically.
Yeah, that is true.
That's how I see it. I mean,
I
if
mean,
he's not gonna take it serious, I mean he could just do one of those and just straight
he
instead of
chops
being one
people
punch,
and
chop people in
he be
half.
chopping people. I'll be like, when I saw the show, I was like, why is they not dying? But then I realized, like, well, he punches somebody. That's when he kills them. But he just or just does something small, which he's holding back. And when I started watching the show, I started wondering what's going on, what happened to his power. But like you said, he just holds back on certain people. So just to have fun, especially with that Sonic Supersonic guy,
Yeah.
he holds
Oh
back on
yeah,
them. So,
he was so fast. He just stood there and was doing one of these, and the guy just landed right there and just was like, "Whoa!" You know what I mean? Like, "Oh, I got it on my hand," kind of a deal. You know what I mean? That's what makes the anime like. That's what really makes it great. I mean, not just that, but you also see the fact that like he gets what shot all the way to the moon, right? Lands on the moon.
Yes.
Yo, you're like, this is a regular guy. Like does not does the space not affect him in any way? You know, and then he just blasts from the moon back down to Earth like it's nothing. Like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna, you know, land on my feet on the moon and just do like a Superman blast from the moon back to Earth without any
Huh.
issues. Crazy.
It
And
is
that's what makes the
crazy.
anime great.
yeah,
And my question is
it's a
like, okay, so if we go through all this whole route, like you got the guy that's above Gaio there, right? You got him.
Tomorrow's
Yeah, You got him. Does
Boros.
Saitama fight him? Does that happen?
What if all
Oh.
three of them join together
Oh, it'd be
and,
we'll
see who
take
has
the
the highest
robot
body
guy
count?
out of the situation because we're not gonna say his name, but we're gonna take the robot guy out of the situation and put Saitama and the alien there together. That's a powerhouse team right there. That's no different than having a powerhouse team right here behind me, right here in my background. See,
Sure enough, I see.
who, me showing off? I never show off.
Yeah.
No. These boys don't show off. These guys are like the OGs right here. This is my entourage. These guys take care of business. But yeah, no, going back with One Piece, we're going back to a One Punch Man. I think there's a lot of what ifs in this anime. There's a lot of stuff that happens that we probably don't even take for granted or we don't even notice. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things that we can pick up on. Definitely with this anime. I feel
Yeah.
I feel like I'm ready for season 3. I'm telling you, I'm ready for season 3. It's been a while. I'm ready for season 3. I'm ready to start seeing some more of these S-class heroes starting to pop up. Because we know in the manga you do start to see a lot of different heroes that you do not see in the anime that I really want to start seeing. And then not just that, but seeing those abilities. Definitely the top rank number 1 in the S class. I'd like to see him in the anime. I'd like to see him actually do some serious damage, and then taking care of some galactic level threat, basically. We're not talking about like
Well,
Godzilla or anything, but you get the idea. You get an alien shows up, Saitama's like, whatever, I got a cell going on. I'm over
we
here
already have an
shopping.
alien.
Huh?
We already have an alien.
What do you mean?
Boros.
Yeah, but that's what my reference was from. He showed up and everything, right? Well, what if we have another one that shows up and Saitama's like, yo, shopping? He's like, yo, they got a mad sale here on like sushi or something. And like, I'm not leaving for that. Like, seriously.
Hmm.
Is that top S class rank number 1 guy going to show up and be like, yo, put the L on him? Or he's going to get the L? And then Saitama's going to be like, all right, fine. All right. I'm going to have to go over there and just, clap this guy real quick and get back to business.
Oh my God. Maybe.
Maybe. But that is going to conclude the what if for this video. We're going to have more videos on other animes. As you can see, we're starting to switch things up. And, I know we started off with Dragon Ball. We will be going back to Dragon Ball. Of course, we're going to be having some what ifs on Dragon Ball, One Piece, another one on One Punch, Chainsaw Man, and all the other animes. Is just we just got to keep at it with the videos, and we appreciate you watching. Good thanks to Gallo here in Unknown, aka Gallo, but basically Gallo. I'm gonna call him Gallo.
Like a rooster.
Gallo.
Gallo. I'm terrible with names. I mean, if you guys disagree with our what ifs, definitely when it comes to One Punch Man, just let us know. You can say we're crazy. We don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
We only know
Maybe
what we
we're
know based
crazy.
off. Yeah, we might be crazy, but we only know what we know based off what we've watched, the anime and the mangas, and what we know. That's it.
And
Like I
there's
said,
only 2 seasons, so
yeah, it's only 2 seasons. I'm very terrible with names, of course, and it's nothing against Gaio. Great guy, known him for a while. But we appreciate you guys watching, and we'll catch you guys later.
Good night.
All right.